MediaScope gifted. Let's hear from fake, hydration like Boucher. Don't focus on a date, we always here for you. MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settle in our knowledge and conversations, don't make them yours. What we want is Olympic, not your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settle in our knowledge and conversations, don't make them yours. What we want is Olympic, not your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. Now you go on the winner with no award toys. This culture meets the art, podcast with the heart. Essence of the growth, the powers in the people. Without you we ain't equal, what we lack is ego. We're bad now, so here we gon' run the show like Arsenio. Episodic or rituals, minds change to visual. Representation of our nation and its differences. Some explanation of our uniqueness and innocence. Mass media's intention is to desensitize. We raise the wise and knowledge is power. Without it we turn coward and proud of a known product. Like we could take it with us. I wish the greats were still alive and we're here with us. But it is what it is. We're left here to share our gift and that's precisely what we'll do with it. Shape shift and fluidly we can pass this test and still in our unity. Elevated through stress, yes. MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settle in our knowledge and conversations, don't make them yours. What we run is Olympic, not your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settle in our knowledge and conversations, don't make them yours. What we run is Olympic, not your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch.
What is going on, everyone? Floyd's girl, I saw you there. Welcome to the livest media, tech, and pop culture show in the land. This is MediaScope, but after dark. Do you notice that the lighting is a little bit different? That's why. Because I've been trying to come on since Wednesday, but nope, people won't leave me alone. I have not been able to come on my normal day. I couldn't. I was going to do it yesterday. Couldn't do it yesterday. And I was going to do it this afternoon. At 6 o'clock. Couldn't do it then. So I said, you know what? It's 10 o'clock. Let's see who's around. I did a quick message. So if we have people join, that's great. If not, you can watch the replay. No problem. No problem. And it looks like there is a problem going live to Facebook. I don't know what's happening with Facebook. This is a little bit crazy. So I'm going to, let's see, remove the destination. And I'll worry about that while we're talking. But anyway, if you don't know who I am, and I'll get to you all in just a moment, my name is Tachi. I am a media professor, filmmaker, media content producer, also a journalist. Notice how the lighting matches you see what I did there? Okay, so I just wanted to come on and hang and chat for a little while since I have not talked to you since last week, and there's a heck of a lot going on in the world of media. So I wanted to talk a little bit about it. Again, if you are not live, don't worry about it. You can watch the replay. Let's see who's here. First of all, we got a few folks. Rich Auntie is here. What's up, Rich Auntie? Just Sue Q has also joined us on the Instagram side. It is good to see you, bestie, my bestie. What's up? How are you, sir? Hey, Dr. T says, just Sue Q. Helene is happening. Yes, but Helene didn't happen here. We're on this coast. So first of all, let me say thank you so much to everybody who messaged me and called me and asked if I was okay. Yes. So the hurricane was on the west coast of Florida. We didn't really feel anything here, just like some rain, but it rains every day here. So it wasn't anything different than what we normally had. So, but it's really bad. It had gotten really bad for people on the West Coast, particularly like Tampa area, people in the Panhandle, lots of flooding. Apparently 3 million people, was it 3 million people, customers were without electricity? It's not fun. So I feel for those people that are in that part of Florida. It's supposed to go through, if you're in Georgia, you'll get a tropical storm, as will Tennessee. How strong? I'm not sure. What's up, Bryson? How are you? Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. And Jay is here from the Pacific Northwest. It is good to have you. And you're like 3 hours behind. So it's 7 o'clock for you. Welcome. Am I okay? Yes. Yeah. No, I'm fine. Nothing happened over here. It's good. It's all good over here. And yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Ask Mark Ward is here. Mark Ward, thank you so much for being here. And forgive me if there's a little bit of time delay. Yeah, it's probably a little bit of a delay. I noticed on Instagram in particular. So if it's taking me a minute to get back to you, it's because there is a little bit of a delay. Let's see if we have folks over here. We do. We've got Serena Wills, the queen of fruit truckery, and the minister of libation is here. What's up, Serena Wills? And she says, "Hey there, Soror. Hello. How are you? You love the lighting in the back." And guess what? I'm going to talk about the lighting in the back because today is not only a MediaScope After Dark, but it is also an Ask Me Anything. So if you have any questions about anything technical with video or live streaming, anything media tech or pop culture, it's also a discussion. So it's just, I mean, it's not like we really have structure anyway. Let me stop acting like we have some kind of structure on this show. But we basically do what we like. But this is an even looser, let's do what we like today. So feel free to ask any questions. That would be wonderful. Yes, and Serena says prayers up for all affected. Absolutely. So yeah, if Facebook, the only Facebook that seems to be working is my personal Facebook. So the MediaScope Facebook, I don't know what's happening there. Leave it to Meta. Anyway, what's up, Tuggle? How are you? Derek Tuggle is here, and the food plane is here too. What's up, food plane? Hey, thank you everybody for saying you're glad I'm safe. What's up, Derek Tuggle? I was hesitating to come on because I saw that you were on live, but I guess you were finishing up. So hey, what's going on? It is wonderful. If you ever have a chance, Derek is a DJ as well as an amazing actor. Check him out on Twitch. He streams all sorts of music. If you are into music, who's not into music? Who doesn't like music? And guess what? Since it's After Dark, MediaScope After Dark, Serena is serving tea, coffee, hot cocoa, and warm beverages. You do know that most of the country is like hot. Now, but it doesn't matter. I will take a warm beverage. I will take one. I drink tea every day, so I'll take one. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Hey, Chris R., what's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. And yeah, this is a nice surprise, says Food Plane. Yes, because I was explaining, I have not been able to get on because the gods of responsibility have said, not this week. And I said, oh, my friends, I need to come on and commune with the MediaScope Massive. I feel strange when I can't come on, but believe me, I've been trying since Wednesday. Wednesday, I was up in work type stuff from 10 a.m. until 7. So I was like, there's no MediaScope today. Let me try the next day. Same thing the next day. Today, I was going to try and come on at normal time at 6, and I couldn't, and then it got crazy. So I said, all right, now I'm on. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Let me know if you enjoy me. Let me not promise because I may be asleep normally, but I've been doing, guys, this juicing challenge. With Dr. LaFera Young. And I love juicing, but I've just been so busy, I haven't. So I said, she's doing this challenge. If I join, I will be forced to juice. And I am. And I have so much energy. Juicing just really gives you energy. How many of you juice out there? Let me know if you juice. Let's see what's happening over on the gram, the Instagram. Yes, Bryson. Actually, that's the first story we're going to talk about. Tuggle is over here too, as is Fenton Haney. Welcome. And Jay has his popcorn out. Welcome. Thank you, Fenton, for saying that it's good to know that all is well. Yes, fantastical. So it is good to have all of you over here on the Instagram side. Most of you that are on the other side are on YouTube. But you know what? If you're someplace else, please chime in. Let me know. All right. So I don't have photos today because I didn't have time to get them together. I said, I'm just going to go on. So we're going to talk about the stories, and I should be able to share. Hopefully it won't. I'll share the screen so that you can see the stories and the images. How's that? Even if you don't like it, that's what we're doing. Anyway, but before we get on, if you have any questions about cameras, lighting, sound, live streaming, recording video, let me know. I when I was in the car earlier, I did record a Be More. I just haven't had time to get it up. That's how crazy busy everything is. And morning, says Carlos Phoenix. What's up, Carlos Phoenix? How are you? Over here on the Instagram side. And what are you trying to order from the truck? Oh, popcorn. You want popcorn. Okay. Oh, no. Jay is giving popcorn and Bessie is trying to order some from the truck. Bestie, let's see. Serena, do we have popcorn? That would be the first question to ask. It's kind of late. Do we have any popcorn left? Let us know because our good friend Bestie is ordering some up. Why Terry is here. What's up, Why Terry? And I the Jedi or AI the Jedi. I never know. Is it I the Jedi or do you say AI the Jedi? And see, nobody ever corrects me, and I know I'm probably wrong with some of the names. So please correct me and let me know. You know what I didn't do? I didn't give you an after dark hug. So we're going to do that. Yay. This hug is brought to you by MediaScope After Dark. We're doing that today because we haven't been on this week. So we're here now. Now, I like doing this. But let me just say one thing to you now. Don't look for me after dark all the time because I might be asleep. I just might be asleep. I just have so much energy today, as I said, because I have been doing a juicing challenge. Let's see. So Food Plane says, I still have an old school juicer. I'm not a fan of the cleanup. Listen, I have a Jack LaLanne juicer. Remember Jack LaLanne juicers? I have that juicer. And yeah, that's probably why I haven't done it. Because the cleanup, it's not terrible. What I do is I put like a biodegradable biodegradable plastic bag in the back so that will catch the pulp, so I don't have to like clean up at least that end of it, but everything else, you still got to clean. But yeah, the juice is wonderful. Serena says, I love juicing when I don't have time to juice, I buy cold pressed juice. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It's and then if you go to a juicing place, you could do that. But if I don't have time to juice it here, am I going to go to a juicing place? It would take me about the same amount of time, I think. It's just the cleanup. So anyway, Serena says, for those who need a cool beverage, cold pressed juice, smoothies, and shakes, all buy one, get one half off. Come on, food truck. That's what I'm talking about. Look at Zeph Zan all the way from LinkedIn. How are you, my dear? Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. It is good to have you. Let's see. Serena says, popcorn as we get ready for the finale of Power Book 2. I didn't even watch Power. Forget about the second book. I haven't watched it. And you all know why. Because it resides on a channel that I do not have and I'm not paying for. So I'll live vicariously through you all. I will. All right. And Serena's also serving up some empanadas for your delight, tapas, beef patties, and tacos. Listen, when I lived in DC, there was an amazing tapas place that I used to go to, and I cannot remember the name of it now. Hey, and Carlos says, I do like cachava. Oh, you do cachava. Oh, what is cachava? Is it like kava? What is that? Please tell me. Anyway, let's see. Carlos remembers his Power Book, Mac. Listen. I'll live through you all. Let's see who else is here. Trish is here. Good evening, Trish. How are you? It is certainly early evening for you. Blessed to have Aiden is here as well. And Lisa Seeley, how are you? Good to see you. Says, oh, a biodegradable bag is a good idea. Yes, I feel badly if I'm using anything plastic. So, they sell the biodegradable like compost bags on Amazon. So I just buy those and I put them inside the juicer and it will catch the pulp. So at least that part is not as bad cleanup. Everything else, I mean, it's not terrible. The alternative is hospital. Take your pick. Anyway, so I remember when people used to say, because back when I was in grad school, I used to shop religiously at Whole Foods. And you say how? Well, it wasn't as expensive back there, and I would buy this 365 brand. So people would be like, oh, Whole Foods is so expensive. And I said, so is the hospital. So that's my thing to that. Hey, Broadcon Professor or Broda Confessor. How are you? Welcome. Miss P. Roach, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is good to see all of you here. Let's get to it, shall we? Again, I don't have the normal pictures that I have, but I will share my screen so that you can see. But guess what? We could do the normal sounds. That's what we're about to do. All right, let's see. We have media to talk about first, and we are going to do that. So let's get cracking with media. Here we go. I love that song. I don't even know who it's royalty free, but I think it's kind of hot, don't you? All right. So before we get into the media, and we have a lot of folks here. Welcome to everybody who's coming in. Just thank you for saying I'm worth it. Yay, yay. So for those, oh well, you're talking about as the individual, not me, but the individual. Shopping is worth it. Never mind. Thank you anyway. I'll take it from me. So let's talk a little bit about before we get into our first story, which is the dear actress Dame Maggie Smith. She passed away today. Yesterday, I think, at the age of 89. We'll talk a little bit more about her and her legacy. I'm quite sure we all know who she is, but I want to talk first about the lights and then the situation you see happening here. All right. So you're going to notice something because this is also going to be lessons. So listen up and learn. You know, I have lights in the background, but I usually have also the bright lights in the background. So what happens is if you want to make the most of different color lighting, make sure you don't have other white light in the background. So what I did is I turned off everything. I don't have any light in the background and just two dim lights in front of me so that you can still see me. So, and then what I use is basically the under cabinet lights. So those are plug-in lights on either side, and on the mantle are the under cabinet lights, and those are rechargeable. So they have different colors so you can actually dress up your background with lighting. If you think, well, I don't have a whole bunch of things to dress up the light background, think of lighting. Think of using lighting. Lighting is so wonderful. I actually have a Be More that I recorded that I have not edited yet. And this was a few weeks ago. So I will put that up soon for you all. And it talks all about these things. But if you have any specific questions, let me know. You're also going to notice that you see how I'm dragging a little bit? When I'm going, the image is dragging a little bit. That is because I don't have a lot of light on. Now, this camera is good in low light, but I would need to change the speed. So you're going to notice you don't see this when I have full light. So it's because of the light, it seems to be dragging a little bit. It's in focus pretty much, but you've got that effect because of the low light. But if you change the speed of your camera, that shouldn't be a problem. If you have a camera where you have settings and you can adjust the speed. So that's something that I need to do. But yeah, I'm digging this. This is a good after dark vibe, I think. Let's make sure I have let's see. Oh, Miss P. Roach, hello. Chocolate Baby is here. What's up, Chocolate Baby? And Classic C Gem says, agree. Was just going to say that. Nice lighting and glowing as always. Thank you. And Just Sue Q says, love the lights. Thank you. Deets on the lights. Yes. So if you want me to go deeper into it, I can. So let's do a little bit of a few stories, and then we could go deeper on the lights. So put in the caption, put in the comments if you have any questions specifically about the lights or specifically on how to do this. I'm happy to answer any of that. This is a learning session for you as well. We also have hailing all the way from Toronto, Ontario, Frequency Event Promotions. What's up? How are you? Good to see you. And Ron Lewis Photos is here and says, good night, all. How are you? Ron, welcome. Great show, Touch Base Daily today. It was absolutely phenomenal. We also have Lainey Lane who has joined. Deborah Ford has joined. And yes, absolutely, from Sister Act and everything. So we're about to talk about that right now. Let's see if I can share my screen. So hold tight, everybody. Like I said, I don't have the normal pictures. I didn't have time to get them. So we're going to share screen. Let's go. And here we go. We are sharing the screen. Here we go. Hopefully everybody can see this. And Maggie Smith, our beloved Downton Abbey and Harry Potter star, passed away at the age of 89. And she's one of Britain's best known actresses. When I think of British actresses, I also think of Dame Judi Dench, right? They just have this panache that really adds to everything. Even if they didn't have the posh British accents, they would still have that panache. The love they have for the craft is apparent. So she actually got her start on stage. So she actually was opposite Sir Laurence Olivier. Sorry, there we go. Sir Laurence Olivier on in Othello. So if you've never seen Othello, yeah, I don't know who hasn't. Most of us probably have, but get into some Shakespeare. It's interesting indeed. But if you went to school in America, you probably had no choice but to understand and get some William Shakespeare in. So Othello is actually one of my favorites from Shakespeare. So she played opposite Sir Laurence Olivier. And of course, we know her from Harry Potter. We know her from Sister Act, right? 1 and 2. She also was in, what was it? The First Wives Club. You remember the First Wives Club with Bette Midler and who else was in that? The one that wears pants and a hat, menswear all the time. You know who I'm talking about. I'm seeing her face. I'm seeing these people's faces and I can't. Bryson, where are you? First Wives Club, help me. I know that was, you were really little when it came out, but I know you know. So let me know. I'm going to stop sharing that. And let's go back. Okay. So yes, Diane Keaton. Thank you. So Diane Keaton, thank you. I was like menswear. And they're also, the one who owns the athletic wear, the mother is also, you know who I'm talking about, blonde. Why is this escape? It's 10 o'clock at night. That's why. Yeah. And Serena says she loved the First Wives Club. Absolutely. And hey, Trish is over here too. How are you, my dear? Warm to what was a warm one today? Loving fall, warm days and cool nights. Interesting. People like fall. People seem to love autumn. I don't like leaves. That's why I don't like autumn. So you know how everybody has their thing? I don't like stepping on wet leaves. I can't stand it. I must be OCD in that way or whatever, but I've hated it ever since I was little. I would rather walk in the street rather than walk over leaves. I hate it. So I'm like, when I got a chance to be someplace where there was no autumn, I was happy because I don't like, if they're on the trees, I'm good. The moment they fall, I'm like, I'll see you next spring. So anyway, Goldie Hawn, thank you. I knew I could rely on you, Bryson. Goldie Hawn, Diane Keaton, Goldie Hawn, and Bette Midler. So I only got Bette Midler in there. So our best months are September and October. I'm sure over there. I'm sure it's beautiful. I'm sure it's lovely. Hey, Joan Balcom, how are you, Sora? Says, I keep thinking Annie Hall. Oh, no. Yeah, no leaves. You can keep the leaves. You can have them all. Okay, so I have to tell you, one time when I was teaching at the university, you know, we don't have a fall here, an autumn here. Things don't fall off the tree. Normal, you know, falling off but we don't get, nothing turns colors here. Everything is always green. And so one of my colleagues, her daughter lived in Vermont, and she was so excited. She had the nerve to bring a basket of fallen leaves into the thing. She said, "Oh, they're beautiful." And I was just looking at her like, you devil, how dare. Nobody knew that was a thing, but I was like, came here to escape this. Why? And they were sitting on, like, it was the break room, and they're like, take a leaf. That bothered me. I'm like, until that thing is gone, I'm not going out to the office. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that bad, but I'm like, oh, you can't wash leaves. Why would you bring this in? Ugh. Anyway, folks, if you're just joining, welcome to MediaScope After Dark. My name is Tachi, all things media, tech, and pop culture, and we are just chatting and hanging, and it's an Ask Me Anything MediaScope, as well as we've got some news stories that we're covering. We just talked about the unfortunate passing of Dame Maggie Smith, at the age of 89, and she was a wonderful actress. We wish her and her we wish her resting well, and wish her family well and comfort as well. All right, let's take some comments. Ron Lewis says, I love the autumn season. No, we know you like autumn. Good for you. I don't. Pat Roberts, welcome. And Miss P. Wrote says, how's the weather in Florida? The other side of Florida is, I don't think they're doing very well. They've had, it hit them quite hard. And about 3 million people are without electrical service right now. So it hit them quite hard. But over here, we're fine. Everything is fine over here. But the thing is, after the storm, you know how they say the calm after the storm? It's just as bright and sunny, mocking you. Things are flooded. They had a lot of flooding. So things will be flooding. The sun is just like, it really mocks you. You're like, really? At least you wouldn't feel as bad if it was still like cloudy, but no, just as nice and sunny as can be. So so they're my thoughts. It's not fun going through a hurricane at all. Although I've been very lucky in the time that I've been here. We had like a major hurricane, but I always left. And then the time that we had the major hurricane, it wasn't so bad. Like that big category Irma, it just grazed. It didn't even, stuff just fell. So we've been very lucky on this side of Florida thus far. Pam, how are you? So good to see you. And peace and love. How are you? It's good to see you. Sandra Thomas, it's a pleasure to see you as well. And let's see. Wait, they said 70 deaths so far? Wow. Okay. So when I checked earlier, it was just 3. This is serious. Absolutely. So, when they have warnings for storms and things, you have to take it seriously. I don't know. I haven't checked. Trish, did they say what the cause was? Obviously it was a storm, but was it that people didn't leave? What was the cause? If you know, let me know. Let's see. This Libra baby loves autumn. Beautiful. You may keep it. You may have it. Not that it's not nice and pretty. For those of you that live in the DC area, going down Skyline Drive is a very picturesque and scenic. But again, I don't want to step on leaves. That's just me. Anyway, let's see. So much flooding. Okay, yeah, the flooding is the thing. Hey, Miss Elise, how are you? Welcome in, everyone. Miss Elise has arrived. Greet her. And she says she is praying. Absolutely. And she says hello to everyone. Serena's waving to the IG family. So, hey, IG, good to see you. Yeah, so we'll continue to follow the story. It's very serious. And then again, people think that climate change is not real. People that did not used to be in flood zones are now in flood zones. So you have to be careful. This is the thing I said, I'm not using, I try not to use plastic bags unless they're biodegradable, because all of this types of stuff adds to climate change. Not the plastic bags themselves, but the process, right, of making plastic bags requires energy that can emit greenhouse gases, etc. We're not going to talk about the environment today, but these are the things that we have to think about. So when you wonder why you have such intense storms, that's part of the thing. And it was quiet for a while. And I personally think, I'm like, you all conjured this up because they were like, it's quiet. What's happening? I'm like, leave it alone. Leave it alone. If there are no storms, that's fine. But yeah, this is unfortunate. Joan says her cousin in South Carolina has been without light since last night. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. Has it already made its way that far? This is a fast moving storm then, if that's the case. Wow. You love that I don't like fall. It's again, it's not that I don't like fall. I don't like fall leaves, and you can't have autumn without autumn leaves. I'm sorry. So, then perhaps it's not for me. Some people hate summer. They're like, I hate summer. I love summer, and I like spring. I like spring and I like summer. Winter you can keep, fall you may have. So, anyway, let's keep going. We've got some more stories to talk about. Oh, but let me say hey to Chanel. How are you? Love James Maxwell. Just Sue Q says, I lived through you lived through Andrew. Wow, that was a serious one. That was a definitely a serious one. Bessie has a question that says, how do I feel about Earth getting a second moon starting Sunday until November? Wait, I've been doing stuff I didn't know. They've discovered another moon? Is this what you're telling me? Goodness gracious me. There's too much news to keep up with. So let me know if that's what you mean, that they've discovered another moon. Miss P. Roach says, my son in Georgia didn't have power either. Yeah, it's, the funny thing is, and you cannot, no, we can. We just don't put the money into infrastructure, because when you think about the way the power is, like here, I swear, every time there's a slight storm, sometimes the power goes out. This is the same grid that they've had since 1865, I swear. And they don't want to put money into infrastructure. You just keep fixing the old things. Yet you go to some countries and everything is buried underground, or we can't do that here. I'll just keep quiet, because what do I know? Anyway, LaShandra Tinsley has also come up. Hello. And Lisa says, I love the fashion for fall. Yeah, fall fashion is quite dope. I have to agree. I love some fall fashion. I'll go for that. D. Faye, how are you? I was thinking about you the other day. Welcome in, D. Faye. Ciao Bella to you as well. Yay. A second moon, an asteroid. Oh. So is it going to stay within our orbit and it will be an asteroid forever, or is this something that's expected to go away? I'm not an astronomer, so let me know, because I know there. Listen, forget about this second moon. Can you go and get the two that are stuck on the first moon home? Energy in the wrong place, NASA. Go and get the other two. Forget about this second moon. You're peering through a telescope, and you should be hastening your steps to go and get these two. My friend, go and get these two astronauts. Forget about second moon. Anyway, listen, I'm just saying, to me, I'm not an astronaut. I'm not an astrophysicist. I don't know about sky travel, space travel, any of that. I'm just using the brain matter that I was granted by God to try and figure out some things. But I'll keep quiet because I don't know. That's not my lane. So I'll keep quiet. But you're looking at other things in the sky. Can you look at? I'll just be quiet. I'll keep quiet. Anyway, it will be here until November 25th. Interesting. I'll have to see if I could get a telescope and see if I can view it. Or will it be visible? That will be interesting. Interesting. D-Face says, I barely pass astronomy with a B. And who's ready for October? Not me, Bryson. I I feel like I'm missing so much stuff. Serena, with regard to the storm, says family in North Carolina received a lot of rain and some flickering light so far. Hopefully it remains uneventful there. Yeah, it was uneventful on this side. This is a really fast moving storm, which is a good thing. It's good that it's not lingering too long. Also, let's see. Elise says, I heard about the second moon. I've been under a rock, clearly, dealing with a whole bunch of stuff. So I haven't heard about the second moon. So thank you all for letting me know. About that second moon. Yes, absolutely. Is it a meteorite? An asteroid, apparently, according to Ron. It is an asteroid. Wonderful. All right. Did I miss anybody? No, I think I did not. All right, let's go on. Look, even after dark, but I love the conversation. Does also put in, does anybody have any questions about the setup? Do you have any questions about lighting, camera, sound, any of that? Because this is also an ask me anything. Please feel free to ask me anything. We can get it done. So I gave you a little bit of uh, what about this background because I was playing around with lighting actually. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, I said, let me play around with lights and see what we can do. Let me know. All right. Let me make sure nobody on Instagram. So just Sue Q says me either. Interesting. 2 moons. It is. Again, can we get the people off of the first moon? Simple request. That's all. Absolutely. And Bryson says it is Fear Fest all month long. Pre-Fear Fest with Halloween Marathon with Michael. Okay, on television. I'm sorry. Are you talking about Disney? No, you're talking about on television. And I don't like, put in the chat if you like horror. I don't like horror, so I don't watch like horror films. To me, those, no. Freddie, Michael, they sound like a group. Freddie, Michael, all of them. No, that's not my thing. Anyway, what's the skincare routine? You said anything. You know what? We could talk about that. Let me get in one story and we'll talk about, Lisa has requested about the skincare routine. I will do that. And you know what? Maybe I can even, if I put up, I don't know if I have a video that's long enough for me to get it because my thing is I don't like to leave the frame because, you know what? I can loop it. That's what I'll do. And then I'll go get some stuff and I'll tell you what I do because that is related to being on camera. The presence is also related. So it's not unrelated at all. Let's see. Classic C Gem says no horror, very rarely watch. Bessie says I don't watch horror films anymore. I did when I was a kid. Fenton Haney says not a fan of horror. Bryson says this Fear Fest is on AMC. Thank you. And let's see. Sound is great too. Classic C Gems, are you saying you want me to talk about sound or this? LaShandra is saying the background looks great, thank you, and that the sound is great. Okay, so we'll talk about skin, background, sound, what I'm using. I think I've said this before, but in case anybody is new here or you don't remember, I'll repeat it again. Who else? Yeah, and just Sue Q says not into horror. Keep it. You can have that in the autumn leaves. Have your fill. You can have my share. Not a problem. D-Faye, love you, sis. Yay. All right, so let's do this. Let's get into another story. A story. Let's talk a little bit about what's happening at Disney. So Disney actually has some layoffs underway. First of all, for those of you that know Scripps, they own a lot of different newspapers. They're laying off about 200 of their staff. Okay, so we've got some layoffs coming in the media realm, and don't be surprised if we see more. Now, this is actually Disney's like third round of layoffs. Technically, I guess it's the third round. So more layoffs. This has already been a depressing week, right? And Disney is in the middle of a new wave of layoffs. And this is supposed to be a cost cutting or cost saving, I should say, initiative, according to Deadline Hollywood. So apparently about 300 people are supposed to be laid off from Disney, and they started yesterday and they continued through today with the possibility to stretch beyond that. So all the positions are based in the US and they're across Disney's corporate operations. And let me read to make sure: legal, HR, finance, and communications, according to Deadline. So what's not anticipated to have cuts is the parks division, ESPN, as well as Disney Entertainment. So for now, they are safe, but your job is never safe when it comes to that. So let me tell you what a Disney spokesperson said. We continually evaluate ways to invest in our businesses and more effectively manage our resources and costs to fuel the state-of-the-art creativity and innovation that customers value and expect from Disney. As part of this ongoing optimization work, we have been reviewing the cost structure of our corporate level functions and have determined there are ways for them to operate more efficiently. That means get rid of people. All right. So this follows a round of cuts that happened. If you remember in July, I talked about this. July 31st, Disney Entertainment Television had a round of cuts. 140 people were let go. Also, that represents about 2% of the total Disney Entertainment Television workforce. And Disney Animation Studio Pixar laid off they reduced staff in May by 14%. Whew. So, and we don't know that we're done yet. And again, they anticipate about 300. It could be a little more. I feel for them. It's I was talking about this earlier. It's interesting why a furlough wouldn't work. Have you ever been furloughed? Yeah, it's not fun. When I taught, when I lived in DC, I taught for a university that was part of the state of Maryland. So it was state. And so, government agencies will sometimes do furloughs instead of laying people off or letting people go. They cut and take out of your salary across the board. That's not what I signed up for. I was livid. I was like, for who? I will not. Give me every one of my $2, every cent. Okay. I don't care if it's $2, but they do that rather than letting people go. So my question is this, and this is totally, I don't know. I'm not a government official, but it seems to me that somebody's not managing your budget well. If it's a state agency and you are paid by the taxpayers, right, in part, you're raising money in other ways. Stop buying $14 pencils. How about that? Because now your fervor for $14 pencils has me making half of what I was making. What are you doing with them? Why are you not managing it well? This is what I don't understand. And it probably is a very simplistic point of view. Call me simple, whatever. But I know that you have been given a budget and you're not budgeting. You said these were in the budget, everybody, but now you're not budgeting and now you're furloughing. Cost saving. Nonsense. Anyway, have you been furloughed before? Let me know if you've ever been furloughed before. It is not fun. But again, the alternative is no job, I guess. So let's see what people are saying on social media. LaShandra says that part. Yes. And Lisa says, I have been cool on Disney, especially since they wouldn't pay that man when when one of the died at one, was unalived at one of the restaurant or expired at one of the restaurants, all because she had Disney Channel years ago. Yes. I think we talked about that. I can't even remember now. I talked about it either on the Biz Chicks or here, but what Lisa is referring to is the fact that there was a doctor, by the way, this person was a doctor. She and her husband went to Disney. She suffered anaphylactic shock because she ate something that she was allergic to. Was it shellfish? I don't remember. She asked at that restaurant, which was was like downtown Disney or whatever, asked if there was any shell because she was severely allergic. They assured her no. There was something in it. She was allergic. And even though she had an EpiPen, she still went into anaphylactic shock and she passed away. Now, Disney was not trying to pay up because they said because he had signed up for a trial of Disney Plus a while ago, that absolved them of responsibility because it's in the fine print. Are you kidding me? So if you sign up for the fact that you even use this as an excuse, Disney, makes me leery to even want to sign up for anything. So people, it's on Disney Plus. Not I, said the cat. That is just bad business. So I understand why you're cool on Disney. Bessie says, sounds like they did layoffs so upper level can get raises. And remember, it's not even just that. Remember, all of these media companies are publicly traded. Investors like when they make money. So they are really happy about cost saving measures. And I'm not saying necessarily that they are happy about people getting laid off, but they're happy about any cost saving measures. So if that's that, you like in Netflix's case, for example, they added a subscription tier. Okay, that raises money. That means there's money for me to make. So let's remember when we see these things, yeah, part of this was probably about the administration, it's not administration, but executives getting their compensation package. But another end of this, and the bigger end of this, is the shareholders being able to make money. And so if you're spending it, there's nothing for them to make. So they like when there are cost saving measures. Unfortunately, losing your job is not one of the cost saving measures. I'm like, is there not another way? Not another way? So let's see. Bryson says that Disney announced M. Night Shyamalan's 4K Blu-ray debut with The Sixth Sense. Yes, and signs are making their 4K debut, and Deadpool and Wolverine comes out on Blu-ray and 4K October 22nd. Yes, thank you for that, Bryson. And Lisa says, didn't they already clean out ESPN? No one is left to get rid of. They did. Absolutely. And this brings me to the thing of everybody in the media industry. We're really going to have to get used to not making the astronomical amounts that were pre-COVID. Right? They want to get back to pre-COVID astronomical amounts. And I subject to you, that's simply not going to happen. And I don't want to say what people shouldn't have made, because I think that if you are worth it, how do you put a price on somebody's worth when it comes to what they make? I'm not there to judge, but I am saying that it's like a housing market, right? Things have become overinflated. Like certain things, we all live in different places and neighborhoods. You look at a house and you're like, I'm sorry, 500,000, what? I don't mean any harm, but that's a shack, right? So we've seen that. So it's the same thing like within the housing market. Things have become overinflated and overpriced. I personally think that has happened to the media industry too. Overinflated and overpriced. Now, again, some of these things come with inflation, etc. But and I do believe that actors, that people that are crew, etc., should get paid, definitely. But what's happened is we've made astronomical amounts in media. Most of it has not gone to down the line, and executives and shareholders have kept the lion's share of those things, and that's part of the problem. And all we have to do, I mean, this is part of what the strike was about, right? In part. So you're here, Derek. You can tell us. All right, let's see. Hey, DJ SK, good for you being here. Good to see you. You are 20 hours ahead, are you not? Let me know. For some reason, no, you may not be 20 hours ahead. You're in Australia. Let me know how many hours ahead you are, but I'm happy to see you here. I know where my sister lives. She is 12 hours ahead, so it is 11 a.m. in Asia. So, all right. I think we got all of that. But yeah, so there are layoffs that are happening there. And look who's here. Cheryl Ferguson says, wow, how are you, Cheryl? It is wonderful. And she's shaking her head at Disney. Serena says the Disney Plus package without ESPN is $10 less. Sad. They can keep all of that. And Serena says we got rid of ESPN in our subscription, and the bill instantly went down by $10. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, is ESPN worth $10 a month? Especially in lieu of the fact of all the choices we have, because this is what it boils down to, ladies and gentlemen, choices that we have. Are you willing to? And everybody has now become entertainment silos where everybody has a streamer. I'm not paying $4.99 here, $5.99 here, $10.99 here, $6.99 here. It adds up, and then it becomes what? Cable again. And that's what we all cut the cord for. Excuse me. I've been talking a long time, so I'm dry. Hey, GR Houston Jack is here. It says, I had colleagues furloughed during 2020. It's awful to be on hold for months to be eventually possibly laid off. Yeah, no, that's the thing. That's also the thing. Now, that wasn't our case. We weren't going to be laid off. university system is a little bit different, but we were furloughed. I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy. So no, furloughs are not fun. But this is why, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing wrong with working for other people. But if you don't have a side hustle, you might as well flush your money down the drain. And this day and age, you cannot rely on anybody for your livelihood. Have something on the side, at least if you don't want to be a full-time entrepreneur, have something on the side. All right. Praying that, yes, yeah, everybody pray that Gina, one of our CQ family, she works for Disney. Yes, I hope everything is okay. I need to text her and make sure everything is good. And Serena says, and laying people off as we enter the last quarter of the year. They don't care. They don't care. That just means they start off fresh with more money in the new year. They could say that that's not what it's about. I have a bridge to sell you if you think that's not the case. Give me a second. Folks, let's take a break and say, hey, what's up? This is MediaScope, all things media, tech, and pop culture. Let's get to the banner. And my name is Tachi, media professor, filmmaker, media content producer, also a journalist. Today, this is MediaScope After Dark. Didn't have time to make up a whole little video for that, but I would have. Maybe we'll do this again. If you like doing this, let me know and we can do this again. I'm not going to promise it will be every week, but we can do this again if you're enjoying MediaScope After Dark. I just have the energy today. So I said, let me just do it now. Absolutely. Wow. We're almost at 1 hour. I don't want to keep you very long. So we'll go to 1 hour, which will be in 10 minutes or 9 minutes now. And then I will let you on to your evening. So let's talk a little bit. Lisa, I promised Lisa Seeley that we were going to talk about skincare. Let's do that. Bryson has a little bit of news. Universal Pictures and Amblin Entertainment announced Jurassic World Rebirth. I heard about that. Yes, thank you very much, Bryson, for that. Look who is here. My favorite host, my TV twin from TV channeling, my podcast partner, Kevin, is here. Movie Gnome is in the house. And Chi Baby Adaku, how are you? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Classic C Gem says that is corporate, all about the bottom line, profit, etc. Exactly. I'm not expecting people not to make money after all either. They are a business. But know that your well-being with some of these companies is not their bottom line. Therefore, you have to care about yourself. If nobody else cares about you, you must care about yourself. Get a side hustle, please. A side hustle, please. Ron Lewis says Disney has to pay for their new headquarters in Tribeca. That's right. They do have a new headquarters in Tribeca. And who told them to build that? Nobody. Lisa says, if time gets short, maybe you can do a whole segment on the skincare on a dedicated episode. I could. I could. Are people interested in that? I know Lisa is. Does anybody else care? It's a whole thing. So you know what? Maybe I'll. What aspect of skincare do you want to know, Lisa? Because the whole routine is like a whole routine. But if there's a specific thing that you want to know, maybe I could talk about that now. So maybe, all right. So I'll tell you this. The secret is there's no secret. Well, yeah. First of all, water. It starts with anything that is hair, skin, nails, all of that starts with what you put inside yourself. So if you're eating choco nuts, is choco nuts a thing? Let's say it is. If you're eating choco nut cereal every day and that's all you eat, your skin will look like choco nuts and your hair will look like choco nuts and your nails will also look like choco nuts, right? So water, getting the proper nutrients. I do collagen, right? Collagen supplement that I mix into like the juice, or like I don't do the water because that doesn't taste good to me, but I'll do it inside like the juice that I make. I also have, there is one with cocoa in it that I will mix with almond milk and I'll just drink it like that. So that collagen is helpful. Also, the normal multivitamins that I take. I also take liquid hyaluronic acid. So disclaimer, I'm not telling anybody to do this. I'm telling you what I do. Because what you won't do is say, you told me to take and my nails all fell off. Not I, said the cat. So this is a disclaimer. This is what I do. I am not a physician. Please consult your doctor or your esthetician before doing any of these things if you are sensitive, especially. So yeah, absolutely. And hey, Black Siren, how are you? Welcome. And hey, Fenton Haney said yes. Okay, Bessie said Japanese purified water for face washing. I've never done that. Interesting. So that's a trick right there. Okay, just DM me. She said, John Copeland, how are you, John? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. And Mrs. Williams, hey there. How are you? Welcome. All right, so two things I'll say, and then maybe we'll do, if anybody is interested, let me know. We could do a dedicated skin, and maybe not just me, maybe some other people. We could do like a whole round table of skincare, and it's not just for women. This is men too. Everybody should take care of their skin. Seriously, your skin is your largest organ. You should take care of it. That is the barrier that protects everything inside. This is where your brain is, right? Wouldn't you want your scalp? So yeah, everybody should take care of it, definitely. So a lot water for me, I drink a lot of water. Like at least I drink like 4 of these a day usually, and it's warm here, so it's easy for me to do that. But go with what works for you, definitely. And then a lot of my facial products are from Trader Joe's. They're cheap and they work. Seriously, you could check them out if that works for you. And again, everybody is different. Some people are sensitive to certain things. So know what your sensitivities are. And just and this is the thing. I watch a lot of YouTubers, right? That they'll talk about their skincare routine. And one thing I noticed that some of these YouTubers that are also influencers, they get a lot of product from different entities and they try it. And their face looks like they've tried everything. Listen, your skin does not like to be played with where you're putting any and everything on your skin. And then if you break out or you have a reaction, you don't know what it is that caused it. So also simple is better. Simple is the best thing. I know it's like, oh, the latest thing from TikTok or what? Oh, I want to try the glass skin thing. All right. Go on and put that and see if the glass skin, if the glass doesn't break. Be careful with whatever you do. Test whatever you use first. Like usually here is a good place to test because it's still your face, like right here, and see if that breaks you out. If you have any reaction, look at the ingredients and see if there's anything that you can react to. Sometimes you think, oh, it's a face product, but you don't know that there's like soy in it and you have an allergy to soy. So just be very cautious. But the answer is what you put inside your body. For me, drinking a lot of water, and then I use like Trader Joe's face products, and we can do something where I show you the specific ones that I use, if you like. Yes, says Bestie. And Lisa says, yes, same. Most of them are ingredients for ingredient dupes. Exactly. I'm not spending... There is one face product that I got, but I got it through Poshmark. So it's not as expensive as buying it in the stores, and it lasted me like a year. So Trader Joe's is everything, right, Ron? Absolutely. Bessie says, yes, skin mites are a real thing, so skincare is important. Yes, your eyelashes, you can get mites and things there too. So you just have to be... Skincare is not a joke. It's your largest organ. So, but yeah, let's do and Lisa, your skin is beautiful too. So if you would you like to join me on this? Or whoever, join me. Not now, but when we do a skin thing, let's do it. Let's do it. So thank you for that. All right, let's go to here. Oh, there's a lot of comments over here. Let's see. So G says those streaming costs add up real fast. Oh my gosh, absolutely. It's 107 in Australia, says Serena. Oh, okay. When it was 1 Australia in. Okay, fantastic. So they're not 20 hours ahead. There we go. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Jasmine? Good to see you. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. It's been a month of Sundays. Welcome in. Welcome in. No, listen, their hair and nails falling out, wondering what's happening. Stop using 10 products at a time. And then they'll use like 10 actives. And for those of you that, oh, I'm stuck. Uh-oh. All right, I stuck for a minute. I don't know what happened. I apologize. All right, so for those of you that don't know what actives are things like, okay, the acids, hyaluronic acids, glycolic acids, things that you can put. I'm not an esthetician, but things like that. So you put those, the serums are often a lot of actives. So you just want to clear up your skin all at once. So you dump them all at, and then you wonder why your face looks like zebra because you've got stripes. Stop putting 10 things at once on your face. And I know the thing you want to do is you want it to be great, but do things one at a time so you know if you're allergic to something, you know which one it is, and not because you piled everything on your face, zebra. Anyway, let's see. Um Serena says yes to a dedicated show for skincare. Okay. And here we go. And their face looks like they tried everything. They do. I can tell that you tried everything in your PR box that brand sent you. There are some people I'm like, don't do it. You already have a don't do it. And they proceed to do it. They're like, oh, this is my favorite. I use it. I'm like, but last week you said you use this, and this is one thing. And this is why I can't ever be a skin influencer, because they'll send me something and I'm like, I know what works, is you're going to mess up my skin. So I won't do things like it's tempting to try things because they've got pretty slick packages, but nope. Let me use what I know works. Trader Joe's. That's what works. And I'm not sponsored because Trader Joe's doesn't sponsor anything, but their stuff works. And even then, you have to do it slowly to ensure that it works. Oh my goodness. Month of Sundays. Jake Gake is here, my good friend from high school. Hey, Jake, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Listen, Miss Elise, I'm telling you, looking like zebra. People exactly. Zebra, horses, goats, unicorns, striped skin. Or looking like a Bengal cat because you have all these Stop using so many things at once. I'm sorry, I'm going to get off of this. Here we go. Yes, zebra or zebra, as people would say. Hey, Centron, how are you? Welcome. Thank you. And Classic C Gem says she looks for products with no toxins. Ron says your skin needs to breathe. Absolutely so. You're so correct. All right. So let's see. Okay, we're at time. Sheesh. I've had so much fun with you, but I don't want to keep you all too much any longer. So let's do this. Because I can always post these stories. We got through 2 today. Yay! I'm doing better. We got through 2 stories today, but I think the conversations were so much better and so much richer because we're able to talk about these things. Let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to put. For those of you who watched the Today Show, you probably remember or probably heard that Hoda Kotb is stepping down as the co-anchor of NBC's Today Show. She will no longer be there. When she was turning 60, she said that she wanted to move on to what's next, basically. So that's what is going to happen. She is moving on, but she will still be with NBC, just not in that capacity. And that's fine. That will be interesting. It will be interesting to see who fills in and who takes her place, because you become such a mainstay that it's hard to imagine. But they've gone through several hosts for the Today Show, and after it's so sad. Now, do we remember who all were the before hosts? We maybe remember, but we're not thinking about it. So best of luck to you, Hoda Kotb. Best of luck. I will say this also. The Menendez family has slammed the series Monsters on Netflix. Remember, you were talking about this before. You talked about this last week, Bryson. And they said that Ryan Murphy never spoke to us. And they didn't say nothing to us. So the extended family of the Menendez brothers, Eric and Lyle, who are incarcerated at the time, are accusing Ryan Murphy and the producers of this being a, quote, grotesque, how did they say? Grotesque shocker drama. Is that even a word? They made it one. It's yeah, so they're not happy with the portrayal. They said they never spoke to them about this. And let me find the quote. Um, the family said this: Murphy claims he spent years researching the case, but in the end relied on a debunked Dominic Dunn, the pro-prosecution hack, to justify his slander against us and never spoke to us. The family also went on to call Monsters a character assassination, saying, no, they know what went on in their home and the unimaginably turbulent lives they have endured. Many atrocities one should never have to bear witness to. Nobody is disputing that. Yes, thoughts? Who watched Monster? I'm not interested in monstering anything but Monsters Inc. So I'm not going to watch it because I'm not interested in that. I'm not a fan of true crime. Many people are. If you are, did you watch it and what did you think? Because I certainly wasn't going to watch Dahmer. I refused. So this is equally kind of up there, but Dahmer was higher. Hell no, I'm not watching. But this one, I don't want to watch either. Let's see. Yes, a mangled cat. Let's see. You know what Sarita says? Yay for 2 stories. That's 0.5 more than the other time. Listen, if I had no audience, I could get through everything, but it's impossible when I have friends here. You know, you can't like study and have people. It's too much. Let's see. And Girls Inc. says Hoda has been here for a long time. She has. So she deserves rest. And Girls Inc. says, Jasmine says, not interested. We know the story already. Absolutely. Elise says, I'm definitely not watching it. G says, never watched it. Not interested. Definitely. Let's see what Instagram has to say. Wait, somebody's watching it. Lisa says, I'm on episode 1. They were a mess. They were a hot mess. Absolutely. Bessie says, I had to tell my mom not to watch that Menendez show. He called it that Menendez show. Absolutely. Well, I don't have any interest in watching it. I'm not going to watch it, but just know that the family was not happy with the portrayals and does not feel it was an accurate description. It's a character assassination and a shocker drama. Okay, well, Southern Veg, welcome. And hey, Kat, how are you? Welcome. Only one cat is here as well. All right. Well, I think, yeah, because we're at 1 hour and 7. So I'm going to let you go. And as I promised, guess what? We could do a whole separate thing. We had news, but we could do a whole separate thing on lighting if you want. We could talk about, things to do. That might be a fun thing to do. And then we can do a whole separate skincare thing. So all of this will be under the series of presenting yourself in your best light, right? In your best way or best light on camera. And we could talk about skincare in one. We could talk about camera, lighting, sound in another one. So just, looking at those types of things. So if you want that, let me know. Maybe what I should do is a survey and ask you guys what you would like to talk about. Because I know what I could talk about, but it doesn't do any good if you're not interested. So let me know. She said After Dark is the best. And it's 11 and I'm still wide-eyed. Okay. It's that juice, yo. I'm telling you, get yourself some juice. Anyway. And now that I'm looking, it looks like I'm not as in focus as I could be, to be honest. Yeah, it looks like I'm a little soft. I probably should have focused a little better. I'm scared to touch it now. But I'm looking, I'm like, it's a little soft. It could have been a little sharper focus. But it's also because I don't have as much light. That's another thing as well. And she says, yes, please. After dark is best. And then Serena says, yes, please, because we need purple rain lights like you. Yeah, absolutely. I can tell you how it's so simple. Some of these hacks to make your background and your set look better are so simple and so inexpensive. Like, this is crazy inexpensive and anyone can do it. It's just playing around with the lighting and what works for you. And guess what, folks? You don't have to get everything at once. Get things a little bit at a time. I think people think I have to go to Amazon and clean it out, or I have to go to B&H and get everything. No, get it a little bit at a time. Get a few lights and play around with those. I started with the ones at the back and then I added the ones at the side, right? And you can change the color, which changes the mood. Yeah, it is, but it could be a tiny bit sharper. I probably needed to focus a tiny bit more. But so you may not notice, but I see it. I can see it. It needed to be a tiny bit sharper. Elise says, what juice? Oh, I'm doing a juicing challenge. So we're like making our own juices. I love juicing, but I haven't had time to do it. So I said, if I do a juicing challenge, it's going to force me to do it. So she's been taking us through. She's actually a triple board certified physician. Her name is Dr. LaFera Young, and she's doing this challenge. And it's free, but there's also like a VIP version if you want to pay for it. But it's a free challenge, and she gave us like a workbook, and it talks about the different things that the fruits and the vegetables do, what they're good for, things that are good for inflammation, etc. One thing I learned that I didn't know is that if you're doing turmeric, that in order to get the full benefits, you should also put black pepper in there. And I did not know that. So I knew turmeric was good for reducing inflammation, but I didn't know it was more effective when you added black pepper. I said, well, blow me down. So just things like that are wonderful that I'm learning. So yeah, it's wonderful. It really is good. And I like fresh juices anyway. It's giving me this energy. So if I keep up the juicing, maybe I can do more after darks, but I do enjoy being after dark with you all. So thank you all so much for being here. Yes, Elise said, yes, you have to add the black pepper. I did not know that. Speaking of which, Lord, I conjured you up. This is LaFera right here. She is the one that is doing the juicing challenge. And I'm sure you heard all of that. So she's on Facebook right now, but look up Dr. LaFera Young. And if you are interested, please, she's amazing. And this juicing challenge is amazing. You definitely want to be on board. But I don't know when she's doing another one because we're about halfway or 3/4 of the way through now, but still contact her because she's a great person to know. And the next time there's a challenge, or maybe she can work with you, work it out, but contact her, Dr. LaFera Young. LaFera, put your contact in the chat, like website or how you want people to contact you, and I'll put it on the screen. Okay. Yep. Black pepper helps with absorption. I guess I'm the only dummy that didn't know. That didn't know that. I didn't realize, but I can imagine, Serena, that you've been doing a lot of research on that as well as you, Miss Elise. So, and LaFera said, I heard some of it. I saw your glowing skin and popped on. Oh yeah. So stop talking and put your contact so that I can put it up on the screen before we go. Let me see what's happening on Instagram. Make sure. Hey, Daryl Drummer is here. And Kat says, love the background. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, just lighting. We'll do a whole, if you want to do upping your lighting workshop, like I do lighting workshops anyway. I did one. I need to do another one. And I can invite you all to do it. But I could do something really light here on social media where we can do that together. Maybe that's something that we will do. So let me think about whether or not I want to do it on social media or if I want to take it and we do it more personal where I'm actually teaching you all. And it would be like on Google Meet or Zoom or something. So yeah, so that's something. I'll do like a little survey. Let me tell the truth. Am I going to do Will I do it? Yeah, I need to, because I need to know what you think. So you have your choice. If you could tell me now, you could tell me now before we go, or I can do a survey. You could tell me then. Would you rather do it on? No, you know what? Social is great, but I want you all in the room, because that way I'll know you'll actually use this stuff, rather than, okay, that's nice. No, I need to see you, and you don't have to be on camera, but that way you can ask questions or whatever. So I could do something little on social, but a deeper dive we'll do um on what's the name. Okay, we'll do it on like Google Meet. So I'll if you're interested, let me know. We could do that. All right. That's it, folks. And Lisa Sprinkle, I'm the only jet who didn't know about black pepper. Lisa sprinkles black pepper on my golden latte. Is so good. And black pepper activates too. Clearly, I'm the. So that's why my turmeric is just like, okay. Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. Mimi, how are you? It is good to see you. Did you LaFera, here we go. So contact LaFera at Dr. LaFera MD. The challenge link is here, bit.ly/juicing with doc. If you don't write this down, so help me. Again, her name is Dr. LaFera MD, and the challenge link is bit.ly/juicing with doc. Okay. And again, if you don't see her in the room, it's because she's over on the Facebook side. But all right. And G Houston says, hey, Mimi, let me put that up. Oh, Mimi is here. Okay. Hey, had to move over to YouTube. Look, the party's everywhere, but the experience is actually better, folks, on YouTube, because you can actually also watch it on a big screen if you want. So let me put this up again before we leave. And people keep coming in as we're about to leave, but I don't want to tell it because it's 11 o'clock. And even though I'm wide awake, I want to make sure that you get some you time, and I'm not taking up all of your you time. Fantastic. All right, folks. So that's about it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this MediaScope After Dark. Like I said, I wanted to make sure that I got in some MediaScope Massive time, because I didn't have time this week. And if you like After Dark, let me know. We can do more After Darks. Oh, one other thing. Monday, October 7th, Dr. Vibe and I are doing a joint show at 6 o'clock Monday, October 7th. We are going to be interviewing a wonderful, wonderful individual. His name is Kirk Nugent. He is a live streaming expert. You definitely want him. He's been doing follow him on YouTube. He's been doing a lot of things we all know about StreamYard, right? And their price tripping. So we're going to be talking about the direction of live streaming, and it's going to be a great conversation. So you want to join us. We'll put out the flyers very soon, so look for that, but join us. That will be another special one. So yeah. All right. LaFera says, thank you. Absolutely. Why would I not? All right, folks, let me make sure before I go, I'm not missing anything. Yes. That's next Monday, October 7th. Okay. There we go. So Monday, October 7th, and 5120. Welcome. Almi Robinson. Good to see you. Hannah Boyd Miller. Thank you for being here. And Sweet, I can't read it, but thank you for being here. It is good to see you. And Jay says, we could show each other what we use and best products. Yeah, absolutely. I think we should do like a peer learning session. Definitely. So let's do that. You tell me what you want to learn about. Maybe, see, you all keep pushing me to like make like a group, which I don't want to do. Not that I don't want to do, it's the time to do it, and to the promise to make sure I have something for you all the time. Let's just play this by ear, shall we? So the first thing we'll do is we'll do the skincare thing. We'll do the lighting thing, so that you all can kind of get this look, right? Or a look in the colors that you like, right? And maybe I'll put out a list of things for you to get. If you want to get it, you could just write it down, or if you're so inclined, you could actually do it, and then I could help you set that up, and we could do it like I said, on Google Meet or Zoom or something, and I could see everybody doing it, and that way I know that you're doing it properly. And then you've got, at least one part of your setup together. All right, folks. Oh, thank you, Lisa Seeley. She says she loves my authenticity. Thank you. We can all post stuff in the group. Jay, yeah, we say that now. That group, you've seen groups before. We're like, yeah, let's do a group. And then it just sits there fallow. And before I do a group, I would have to have help, meaning I need to have like dedicated interns and stuff to help me with that. So let's hold off on that for now, but it is a good idea. I would like a place for the MediaScope Massive to get like together more, but I need to be able to dedicate time to do that and to have dedicated staff. But it's not off the table. We'll look at it. I won't be lazy. We'll look at it, but let's play it by ear and do some of these things first and then see where it goes. Yes. I love you all. Bobby Shadow. People keep joining, but thank you for joining. Bobby Shadow, thank you. And Girls Club Jasmine says good night. Serena says good night, everyone. Yes, we'll play it by ear. Absolutely. Kirk is awesome, isn't he? Yes, he is going to be our guest, and I can't wait. You definitely want to be there. All right, folks. So I'm going to let you go. We went 20 minutes over, and because we kept talking, but that's okay. I love you for watching. I bid you adieu. You guys, myself, and all of this information and the Purple Rain lights. We're going to exit stage left. So look out for information on lighting, doing a lighting live or a lighting workshop, and then the skincare thing. All right. And let me know if you want to be one of the people involved to talk about what you do. Until next time. Cheers. Oh, wait. I'm just acting like this is a regular live stream and I'm about to end. No, I have to play us out. Here we go. For real this time. Bye.
Close the doors, walk across the corridor. We got something to show you. Media is our repertoire. Filled with the same news, no channel to use. Cruise control mentalities. Here we offer you. We can show you on your way.